right on Four Corners every Wednesday, 10:30 to 11, when I'll talk to local and regional authors. So please join me Wednesdays here on 90.9 FM KSJE Farmington.
Tune into Turntable Taxi on KSJE Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. Each week, we select a musical style and play 78s, 45s, and 33 RPM records. Some of our themes will include swing music, blues, heart-wrenching torch songs, early rock and roll, girl groups, soul, and R&B.
KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, here to meet your urgent and emergent medical needs, whether they are COVID-19 related or not. Medical emergencies happen when you least expect them. Whether it's a stroke, heart attack, illness, or injury, San Juan Regional Medical Center's caregivers are here to provide care to you and your loved ones. Find out more online at sanjuanregional.com. "11 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Wednesday morning, November 4th. Good morning, everybody. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico, 103.3 FM over the air in Durango, Colorado, and streaming everywhere from our website at ksje.com. Welcome also to our viewers who are watching our visual radio program this morning. We are streaming the video live to the KSJE Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and also our Twitter account at KSJE. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Coming up in the next few moments, I'm going to be talking with my guest from Presbyterian Medical Services, talking about a great holiday event that is changing, but still happening, and we're excited about that, the Festival of Trees. And we'll get all the details about how the festival will be looking this year coming up in the next few moments right here on KSJE. Then, of course, later on this hour, it is Wednesday, so we'll take our weekly trip to the Encouragement Lab. Dr. Mike Hadabaugh will be joining me from the lab this morning at 8:50 a.m. More details for us on fair fighting. That is coming up this morning. That may be a conversation we need to have at the breakfast table today. I don't know, but we will see. That's coming up at 8:50 on KSJE. Then Mick Hess will be here roving with the arts after the news at 9 a.m. And next hour, Mick is featuring Beethoven's Ninth Symphony for us on this Wednesday morning, so enjoy that. A special 90-minute version of Roving with the Arts on Wednesdays, of course, because that takes us to 10:30. And right on Four Corners, our local and regional author program, Tracy Hales-Vass is speaking with members of the Corrales Writing Group this morning about their latest book, which I can relate to. It's called Kale is a Four-Letter Word, and I can certainly relate to that. I haven't found a recipe for kale that makes it not a four-letter word, in my opinion. So we'll talk about that coming up at 10:30 with Tracy Hales-Vass. We remind you, of course, you can connect with KSJE on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and also on Instagram as well. Now let's talk about the weather forecast. The sun is shining today, 71 degrees for a high in Farmington, clear, and 35 overnight tonight. It'll be sunny tomorrow, a bit warmer with a high of 73 on Thursday, partly sunny and 71 on Friday, and maybe another chance of showers this weekend. Chance of showers on Saturday with a high of 67, overnight low of 37 with more chances for rain overnight. Maybe some more rain or snow showers on Sunday with a high of 51 degrees and an overnight low of 34. And on Monday, more chances for rain and maybe some flurries with a high of 44 and an overnight low of 23 with a chance of snow showers in the forecast for Monday night before sunshine returns on Tuesday. Well, let me turn to my guests who are joining me this morning via Zoom today from Presbyterian Medical Services. And again, full disclosure, I'm a proud board member of PMS. Jyl Adair is joining us and Carrie Olson is joining us, both of them from PMS. Good morning. Thanks for being here, both of you.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
You are welcome. It's good to have you here, and I will figure out why I can't see you, either one of you. I can see you in my monitor, but our viewers can't see you, and so that is probably something that I have messed up. So I'm going to just click on this and click on this and see if that changes. There you are. There you are, both of you. See? I knew it was my fault and not your fault. Anyway, nice to see you both, and thank you for joining us again. We're not talking about politics this morning because we want to talk about something a lot more positive and pleasant, and that is the Festival of Trees, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be so fun.
Exactly. So like all things in 2020, the festival is a little bit different this year. And so for folks who are joining us, of course, we remember the Festival of Trees is a great event at the Civic Center, and a lot of community groups and organizations will decorate a tree or a wreath, and we can go and take a look at all of them. And so some components are the same, but some components are different this year. And I'll let you guys take it from there.
Yeah, so this year we definitely had to reimagine what Festival of Trees was going to be, and I just want to kind of take you back to the beginning. We honestly, a couple months ago, didn't think it was going to happen.
Right,
just
sure.
because of the way the world is right now. We just thought, man, 10,000 people in one space just isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So we sent out an early survey to all of our sponsors and people who have donated trees in the past, and overwhelmingly it came back, please don't get rid of this. It's a tradition for us. You know, is there any way we can, still keep it? So we have an amazing committee, and they have come up with an incredible idea. So what we're doing this year is what we're calling the Downtown Experience, and we have partnered with Main Street businesses, and they will display the trees that are donated in their window fronts. So
Gotcha.
it's a great way to kind of see what the new downtown looks like, and it's a great way to incorporate PMS and what Festival of Trees is.
Right. Well, and the timing is great, right? Because that is when downtown is going to be reopened. Fingers crossed. But everybody that I talk to tell me that they are on target, right? Weather permitting, to wrap things up. But it'll be a great showcase for downtown Farmington. And so that's the change. And then people can come down and, of course, see them in the front windows of all these stores and check them out. And then the other part of the Festival of Trees is, of course, the raffle tickets and the other parts of this, and that has not necessarily changed that much, correct?
A little bit. It's still the same concept where it's going to be 50 cents, so we didn't change the prices. It'll always be 50 cents. What will happen is the trees will be in, let's just say, artifacts, because they are one of our business hosts. The tree will be in the window. There'll be a card that says, tree number 1 and who it's from and how much the value is, and then you'll go online, and we do have a new website, which is pmsfestivaloftrees.com, and you'll go on there and you'll buy your tickets, or what we're calling tokens. It's really easy. We went through it yesterday. It was super exciting, where you can, as a family, buy, say, 50 tickets and then split them up between your kids. Still kind of the same concept as you would drop them into buckets is what we did at the Civic Center, but this is more of a virtual bucket. And then we will still do a live online drawing on December 6th.
Okay. And so if I understand this correctly, so this is the whole ticket idea is moving online through the website. And you can do that right from your phone, I guess, as you're looking at the tree through the window or in the store as you're doing it. And I guess the thing I'm most excited about, does this mean I don't have to scrawl my name and phone number on every ticket that I buy? Are you kidding me?
That's funny. I hadn't thought about that.
Right? No labels, no sitting down for 30
Oh
minutes,
my gosh.
writing that out. Yeah.
No hand cramps. No, I love it. Okay. Well, I'm all for it then, just for that one reason. If that was the only one, I would be for that. But anyway, but that's exciting, and it's going to be a little bit longer this year, isn't that true? Right? It's a bit longer than the normal days for Festival of Trees, correct?
Yeah, the time frame of it is.
Yeah. And so,
yes. So it kicks off on November 28th, which is Small Business Saturday.
Right.
So right after Black Friday. Small Business Saturday, we will kick it off downtown, which is very appropriate for them. And then it goes all the way to December 6th. So December 6th, we will stop selling tickets at 11 o'clock, and then we'll do a live drawing that evening at 5.
So it's really a full week for folks to be able to go down and see the trees.
9 days, really, yeah.
And vote and all that. And so great. And then, of course, the rules are the same for the winners of the trees, right? They still need to come down and pick them up on that Saturday or pretty quickly after that?
Good question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
So we're working on those details.
Okay.
It will more than likely be on that Monday, the day after, because we're going to do it on Sunday. So instead of us stopping on Saturday,
Yes.
we're going to stop on Sunday.
Okay.
And then we'll do the drawing Sunday evening, early evening. And so we'll probably either that evening and or Monday. So we're still working that out with our business partners that'll be downtown.
Understood. I gotcha. Okay. My guest this morning from Presbyterian Medical Services, we are talking about the reimagined Festival of Trees for 2020. It is happening, and you are still looking for trees and wreaths and things like that, are you?
Yes, we need trees, centerpieces, and wreaths. So if anybody's out there that has participated in the past and wasn't quite sure if this was happening, we are. It's going to be a great event. We are looking for trees for sure. Trees, centerpieces, and wreaths.
Okay. And if folks are interested in being a part of this, they need to reach out to you, Carrie. Is that the best person, or Jyl?
Correct. They can reach out to me, and I can give you my phone number. And they can also now go on the website, which is pmsfestivaltrees.com. And you can download the contract from there. But my number is 427-9399, and I work up here at Riley Building. If you want to stop by, we will have contracts ready to go, or if you just want to give me a call, I'll send one to you.
Okay, very good. And the other thing I'm looking at, too, that you sent me, Carrie Olson, is the business host. You're looking for more of those downtown?
Correct. So we actually went door to door, which was super fun, just to kind of explain the difference of how this was going to be. And we have participating this year so far 25, which is quite a few for downtown. But if there are people who are on Main Street, we would love to have them be a business host.
Main Street downtown.
Has to be downtown. Correct.
Got you. And the benefits for them would be some of the publicity they'll be getting from having a tree in their front window, and the crowds who'll be actually going to their business to look at these trees to vote on them or whatever to see what's available, right?
Correct. And there's a couple different things. So on the website, and we're working on this right now, which we're super excited. Zia Media is doing our updated website. It's going to be a virtual walk, so it's a map, and as you hover over, let's say again, artifacts, that tree will pop up. So it's a great way, to have artifacts out there all the time. So anybody who is a business host is going to get some extra advertising. The other thing we're doing is a tree hunt. We're calling it the tree treasure hunt. So it's kind of a Where's Waldo. We're putting little trees in each participating business where they will go and have them marked off, and if you get 10, you get an ornament. If you get all 25, then you get a larger gift. So again, really just trying to get people to patron those businesses.
Right. And it sounds like it's something maybe for kids to do as well,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And Festival of Trees has always been a great event for the kids, and I imagine this year will be no different, right?
Absolutely. And I do want to, I think, Carrie did touch on it. So if people are still worried about, are they going to be able to go downtown and walk it? Because it is, of course, the distance and the walking will be a little bit more than what we typically have had at the Civic Center. So as she had mentioned, you can do and participate in Festival of Trees from your living room. It's literally getting on that website. You don't have to go downtown and walk it. We want you to. We want you to see our beautiful downtown area. But if you're unable to, or it's too cold, or whatever those circumstances may be, you can definitely get online and still be able to go in and purchase and do everything, purchase the tickets, still be able to look at those businesses online and be able to hover over to see the trees and to see those things. So it's really, that's one of the big things that's really different this year is, besides the fact that it's downtown, but you can walk it, and you're able to actually just be able to look at everything online. So some people we've noticed, in the past have said, oh darn, I'm not there during that week, and they totally miss all of that. Now, if they're even out traveling or doing what they're doing, they're not going to miss out on the fun.
No excuse.
Still get online.
No excuse to miss the Festival of Trees. There you go.
Right.
I like it. That's a great idea. And I know, too, again, since it's going to be there for a week, 7-8 days, right? You could break it up, too, if you wanted to walk one block at a time or a couple blocks at a time and then go get warmed up, or, come back on different evenings to check out all the trees downtown. You could do that, too.
Yeah,
which is
and
another part of it.
One of the things we are going to do, obviously we have a lot of events that used to happen at the Civic Center, so we've had to cut down on those, but we do have a couple. And one of them is the kickoff on the 28th of November. We're going to have people downtown. Our committee will be downtown from 4 to 6, where we can physically help you get tickets online if you're just not tech savvy, which I know some people are not. We'll have those down there. But then also we're going to have some entertainment at Wall Art, and then at the New Mediterranean restaurant, and at Orchard Park. So we'll have some entertainment. We're going to be giving out cocoa. We're going to be just kind of a lively thing downtown to kick it off. That's really our only in-person event we'll have. So if you want to come down, that night is the night you want to come. If you want to stay away from that and you're a little, you're kind of worried about that, then do not come down there. But you still can experience what's going on.
Sure. And it sounds like you all have been really top of mind with some of the COVID safe practices and things like we hear about for doing all these types of events, to do them. Still, we want to do them, but we want to do them safely. And so, there's not any big gatherings and things like that. And folks can be outside and be safe, and all these things that we hear about and are important to practice during these times. This is what the festival's kind of been built around, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so some of our events, that Carrie will touch on, of course, we've had to reduce or not be able to hold, unfortunately. But one of the really fun ones is that, and we know that the children have always loved, and often, that this event we've grown through the years by adding additional time, as well to those to this event, is our teddy bear story time.
Right.
And so I'm going to let Carrie, of course, talk about that. So that one we are still doing. It's going to be a little bit different, but we're still going to do it, and it's going to be really cool.
Yes.
Carrie, what's it all about?
So Teddy Bear Story Time, this year what we were going to do is, you always get a bear with Teddy Bear Story Time, and we have a wonderful committee member who makes those throughout the year, and she still has done that. So we have 200 teddy bears. So the first 200 tickets that are sold, they'll still be $5. We're keeping it at the same time, which is Thursday, December 3rd. You will come by, and there's lots of details, but you'll come by Riley and pick up your bear, and then you'll go home and go on live at 12, where anybody can get on. So just the tickets are for the bears, basically. And a book. They also get a book for free as well.
Nice.
And then at 12 o'clock, anybody can log on live, and then we're doing How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and we're doing a full production with the mayor and the chief of police and the fire chief, and we're really going all out on this, so it's not just somebody reading a book. We are acting it all out. So it'll be really cool. It'll be fun.
I love it.
And anybody can get on that. Obviously, we would like the children, like always. But we're also encouraging the elderly that can't get out to participate in this, because this is something they can do.
Right. True. Well, I talk about typecasting. My gosh, that whole cast of that story sounds great. So I'm looking forward to that.
We are so looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Really branching out. It's going to be exciting.
Exactly. Well, and again, the way the year has been, I think we were all getting a little bit more comfortable maybe with these virtual type events, and so it sounds like there'll be some of those along with the Festival of Trees. Jyl, as you mentioned, you could literally see all the trees from the comfort of your home, right? They'll be on the new website, and I can buy my tickets and vote and plop them in the virtual buckets from my devices, correct?
Absolutely.
And it will be phone friendly. There'll be a QR code that you can, if you have a scan, you can, push on it and it'll go straight to that tree. Ziamine has done a really great job on putting this together and really coming up with great ways for us to get involved with being safe.
Sure. Yeah. And you've really had to rebuild your whole website, it sounds like, for this year's event. And so that was one of the events, the Teddy Bear Tea that you all always do. Are there some other things that you've got planned too during that week? That I keep saying week, but it's really more like 8 days.
So the beginning, so our kickoff, we definitely are inviting people to come down for that. I did speak with the mayor last week, and we're going to get to participate in the lighting of the tree like we did last year. So we're thinking around 6 o'clock on that night, but stay tuned for details on that. But that will be the 28th, where the big tree at the Civic Center will be lit as well. And then the other one will be really just to be live at the end when we're drawing the tickets, which is always very exciting, as you know.
Yes.
We'd love to have you involved again.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
I'll call you on that.
Sounds good. That'll be great. Well, that's always a big deal, I know, when folks are waiting for the exciting drawing for who wins those trees, those wreaths, those different things. So talk to me again about what do you all need as soon as possible, I guess. Commitments from businesses, commitments from businesses who want to put trees downtown. What types of things do you need like this week?
We really need commitments for trees
Okay.
and or wreaths, centerpieces. That's really what we need. We, again, like Carrie had stated, I mean, the outpouring support from downtown businesses has been overwhelming. It has been absolutely just so encouraging for us to move through this next piece. We currently have 25, is that right? Mm-hmm. So 25 businesses have already committed to us. We definitely want more, for sure. But we really also need the commitments, for people to put in a tree. So even as a business, if you want to put in a tree, absolutely you can still do that through both sides, right? It can still be through having the storefront aspect as well as the commitment of putting in your own tree as well.
Gotcha.
So those are the big things that we really, really need.
And with these 25 businesses, there's room for more than just one tree per business, I suppose, too,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
So you could have more than 25 trees, and I think you do.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely.
And we have had some questions about, does it cost to put a tree in? And it does not. It doesn't cost you anything to have a space to put your tree. It's just the cost of what you want to put on that tree. Mm-hmm. So I want to just be clear that it's, I know money's tight this year, so do what you can. But I do feel like it's going to go a long way. There's so many people excited about this, and it doesn't just help out the businesses and help out PMS, but it's going to help out our community.
Sure. Well, and I think for folks who are listening and watching us this morning, if you've always wanted to put a tree in the Festival of Trees, maybe this is the year to try it out and see how it goes. And we're talking, I know they're different size trees, and we're not talking like a 25-foot tree that you need to decorate and things like that. It could be a lot of different sizes. Isn't that true?
We do, do we still have a limit of the 4 foot?
We don't need the limit of the 4 foot. That's what we've had in the past. Because we are going downtown and there's different sizes on everything. Right. We are having a committee member be a liaison between the business and the tree. So, if you have a smaller tree, we'll just put you in a business that can only accommodate that. If you have a larger tree, there are some beautiful places downtown that have spaces for that. If you have wreaths, TJ's Diner is one of the that comes to mind right now. They can't really put a tree because they have the tables right underneath the windows, but it's a great place to put wreaths. So, so each kind of business has its own little nook and cranny that we want to fill. So it's kind of exciting. So it can kind of be whatever you want.
Okay, good to know. And we did get a message on Facebook, folks asking to repeat the website that has been built for the Festival of Trees this year. And so if you wouldn't mind doing that for us.
Sure. So this is, it's PMS festivalofTrees.com with no spaces, no nothing, just one big word.
Gotcha.
So PMS festivalofTrees.com.
And I'm sure from there, there's your phone numbers or email contacts or things like that to get a hold of each and every one of you if folks would like to be part of this and either be a business, if they are a business downtown, to open up their windows for this, or if they would like to put a tree or a wreath or something else, a downtown business, you can do that too and contact you about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Very good. And I know one of the more important things too, and as a board member and a community member, I really appreciate is that this is a big fundraiser for Presbyterian Medical Services, a nonprofit organization in our community, and all that money that's raised does stay right here in the community. I know PMS is very proud about that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I will talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
So some of my favorite topic, right, is to talk about all of our wonderful programs in our region. So we have our Children's Services program, which is our Head Start, Early Head Start, Pre-K and Home Visiting program. We have our Roundtree Children's Developmental Services, and that program is birth to 3, and it works with children with disabilities. We have our SHIELD, which is our Adults with Disabilities program. We have TOTA Behavioral Health, which works with the inebriate population and the homeless population. and we have our Farmington Community Health Center, which there they do medical, dental, and behavioral health. So all the money that is raised through this goes back to every one of those programs, and it's based off of what those needs are within those programs. So we have kind of a blended funding source between federal funds and state funds for all of our programs. And so with those are always guidelines and regulations of what can that money be used for. So often what we find is that some of these things that the money, that we can't necessarily bill for are the things that we're really needing this money to come from Festival of Trees. So some examples of that would be, say, for our Round Tree program. So again, it's children birth to 3 with disabilities. So if you have a child that maybe needs some sensory items, maybe needs a little walker, those types of adaptive devices, we cannot bill for. And so we don't have them bill their insurance for them. We purchase those items for them, and they're very specific for that child and their needs. So this type of money really helps to go towards that. For our SHIELD program, as an example, it could also be for activities and things like that to assist them during the day for when they're coming into our facility, and or for maybe fees and things like that when we do take them out to the community, if there's certain fees that are related to something that they may be going and doing and enjoying within our community. TOTA behavioral health. So that again works with our inebriate and our homeless population. So we need to purchase, sometimes some clothing, for them, and some toiletry items and things like that to kind of help support them in that fashion. So
right.
It really does help all of our programs.
Terrific. And Jyl Adair, I would think this year especially that maybe TOTA is seeing maybe an increase in need for their services. We certainly know there's an increase in homelessness, and certainly there's a lot of economic challenges in our community this year, even more than recently.
Yes, absolutely, especially with COVID, and really being able to provide them with that support, and if they're needing some medical attention, to be able to connect them to our clinic and or to the hospital, whatever that true need is for that individual. Absolutely.
Right. Very good. Well, we just have a couple minutes remaining this morning, both of you, and I want to just kind of go back through some of the things that we've talked about today with the PMS Festival of Trees. As again, we're mentioning this morning, it is not going away. It is back, and it's better than ever, and it's going to be a little different, though, like most things in 2020. But it sounds like the improvements, we're getting a lot of positive comments on our Facebook page this morning during our interview, that people love the fact that the Festival of Trees is going to happen, and it's going to be a little bit different. And, of course, the main change is it's going to be throughout downtown Farmington, showing off the new complete streets, which everyone's crossing our fingers and our toes and our eyes that's all going to be done by the time the Festival of Trees kicks off on November 28th. You can go downtown and see all the trees and wreaths and other items in the windows of the downtown businesses from November 28th through December 6th.
Yeah.
And then talk about the tickets one more time. The price hasn't changed, but it's all online, right?
Correct. So they're still 50 cents. You can go online to pmsfestivaloftrees.com. That's where you will go to buy your tickets. You will buy them in packets, kind of. We're calling them tokens online. So if you have, say, $20 worth, it'll kind of be a bucket per se. You can really divvy those out any way you want. It's really how, at the end, that's how they're going to pull the names, and it will be live just like any time, just like it has in the past.
Right. And I'd assume that live drawing will be probably streamed online, and folks can watch it from home and things like that. It won't be a big public gathering, of course, because we're not doing that. But you are still looking for downtown businesses, if they haven't already signed up to be a host for a tree or a wreath or whatever. They can call you and get signed up, and then you're looking for more trees and wreaths and whatever you do to go downtown, correct?
Yes, please.
Yes.
And what's your deadline for that? You'd like to have this all kind of nailed down by when? Yesterday?
Yeah, that'd be great. November 16th is really kind of where is the deadline for the trees. I mean, we can always go a little bit over, but because it's different this year, in the past we've been able to, take them that day
And squeeze them in.
Yeah. But this time it's hard to do that because they are going to be part of a map and they are going to have pop-ups, and so we're really asking for people to let us know if they're going to participate by the 16th.
Okay. Good to know. And again, they can go to the website, pmsfestivalofTrees.com, and reach out to both of you, or at least let you know that they're interested, and you all can follow up from there. But we're so excited. It means holiday time is coming. That's the thing that opens up the holiday season. I know the event that starts it here in Farmington, which is wonderful.
And that's what we've heard. Yeah, that's what we've heard in our surveys. This starts the holiday season, so we didn't want to get rid of it.
No, not at all. Well, folks are thrilled, as am I, that the Festival of Trees is happening again this year, downtown Farmington. So again, thank you both for joining me this morning to talk about this great holiday tradition, and good luck with everything.
All right.
Thank you,
Scott.
Scott.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. That is Jyl Adair and Carrie Olson from Presbyterian Medical Services, my guests here on KSJE. And I'll be back with more in just a moment, everybody. The time right now is coming up on 8:40 a.m.
The next front in the already scary disinformation war is when you can't trust what you see.